Hey guys, it is currently 1:11 in the morning on the 16th, but we're going to go ahead and talk about day 15 of NaNoWriMo. So I finally started writing around 12:45 in the morning or so. I wanted to run through every single book no matter what, so to begin with, I worked on each one for 5 minutes. Normally when I work on my books for 5 minutes each, it's because I'm rotating between writing and gaming most of the time. But in this case, I was just writing in one for 5 minutes, waiting for the next document to load, writing for 5 minutes. Because I had other stuff to do on day 15, but I wanted to make sure that I got through every single book first. So, ABC Killer, 216 words, Thundering Hooves, 258, TE, 238, TFL, 280, Beatings from a Butcher, 230, Photographs and Memories, 248, Books and Badges, 304. I took a 26-minute break here after the first hour with 1,774 words done. After the first hour was about 1:47, since I started at 12:45, which is when I can no longer have any more coffee or anything to eat for the next 2 hours. So at that point, I usually take my coffee cup, and if it's empty, I rinse it out, and if it is not, I set it in the fridge because I drink iced coffee. So then I do that, and then I go wash my face, and I see if the dogs need to go out, so on and so forth. And then I came back in here and started writing again. I picked up with Killer in Training Book 2, which was 278 words, Voice of the Wild Places Z, 204, Pittman's Legend Valiant Fighter, 240. I did some research. I researched one more paranormal thing, but I can't remember what it was called. And that was 150 words. Untitled Mysteries, I wrote a couple, well, I wrote a scene there, or part of one, and that was 324 words. And then I edited one chapter of TLA, which was 1,744 words. At this point, it was 3:06 in the morning, and I had written 2,970 words, so I took a break to film Nano Day 14's video and to edit a Days Gone video, which took a while, like 2 hours. It was insane. There was no initial commentary voiceover to those parts. I must have filmed them when the birds were awake. So I just edited a whole bunch of clips together, and it took forever because I watched what was probably closer to a 1.5 to 2 hour video, but I was cutting it down and fast forwarding certain parts and so on and so forth. So it took a while. I finished that around 5, took a break to try and work at the pain in my jaw, because when I edit, I wear a set of, like, gaming headset, this, with the little microphone on it, which is also how I record my video games for Fridays. And those sit here, roughly, and apparently the whole time I was editing, my jaw was super tense, like I was clenching my teeth or something, or just holding my jaw really weird, so by the time I was done, I had a terrible pain up through here and through the joint here, which is TMJ. That's been a chronic issue for me since like 2014. I'm used to it, but it's painful, it hurts a lot, and it makes focusing on things very, very hard at times. So I did my best to work through that, and then I also made some nanographics for a friend. I don't think I showed those to you last time, but I'll show you what kind of things I'm talking about, because he posts them, so he literally doesn't care if I share them. These kind of things. I make his much fancier than I make mine, so, because, like, in comparison, mine is literally just this. But that's okay. I did that, and I think I also did some graph things for him at some point, but I don't know when I did that. I don't know if I wrote that down. But, anyway, I switched between Uncharted and writing from then on out, as well as obviously some pain nursing, pain management breaks. For the rest of the morning. ABC Killer, I wrote another 550 words. I wrote 454 more words in Thundering Hooves, 796 in TE. Things went very well there. 442 in TFL. I started book 4 of the Carver Baxter series, which is called The Murder of the Dixons, and that was 496 words. I didn't make as much progress in that as I wanted to. I was hoping to get over 1,000 words, but honestly, at that point, it was 10:40 in the morning. So, with 5,708 words written for the day, I headed to bed. Once I got up, I ate supper and watched some ghost stuff with Mom. And then while we continued watching ghost stuff, I got a little bit back into writing, though I had already met my goal for the day, so it wasn't a huge deal if I wrote more or less or whatever. But I started with Beans from a Butcher, and I wrote an extra 130 words there, 90 words in photographs and memories, 232 in books and badges. I started a book to fill in the spot that was left open by JTS, and that is PRV, and I wrote 616 words there. So total for day 15, I wrote 6,776 words, which gives me a 3,122 buffer zone in case a couple of days really kick my ass in the second half of the month. That buffer zone feels damn good. There was a period of time at the very beginning of the month where I was behind, and I think I caught up on day 10, and I was worried that I was going to struggle through the whole month like I did last month because of the cold and all of my pain and the exhaustion and all of that. But this month I haven't been exhausted, which is great because that completely broke me down last month. But so far this month things have been relatively okay, except for that period of time at the beginning where I was behind. But otherwise, with the buffer zones, I have enough to keep me going through the month, which is great. But that being said, that is all that I have for day 15. That's officially the halfway point of the month, so at this point I hope that your nano stuff is going well, and I hope it continues to go well. I hope things are great in your book or plotting or research or whatever you're doing, and whatever progress you're making in those, I hope that you're happy with it at the very least. You don't have to be proud of it yet, especially if it's a first draft, but I do hope you're happy with the progress you're making. So, that's all that I have for day 15. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my writing, my editing, the gaming videos I upload roughly every Friday, Nano, anything that I do on this channel in between, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages, as well as the links to my social media are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.